Hey, what is up, Moonly Crew? How you doing, guys? Kinder here. Well, 1 year ago, exactly 1 year ago, we minted out the Moonly project, and it was a hell a ride. It was ups and downs, up and down, up, down, and so on. I mean, that's the how the things goes in the nature. It doesn't just go straight boom. Maybe for some, but actually in the nature, it's a very natural movement. It was very hard year, to be honest. It was much harder than I expected that it's gonna be. It's not that I'm not used to the heavy, hard things and stuff like that, but it just some things didn't expect, because this is our first NFT project that we did ever, and a lot of things was learned along the way. So I want to congrats to everyone who stayed with us for the whole year, and even to the people who joined us recently, a few months ago, but especially to the people who stayed from the mint date till now. I want to appreciate the loyalty, the belief, the trust in the project, in me including. So that means a lot. Um, the this year basically flew by really fast, to be honest. Uh, and I mean, I'm not sure for you guys, but for me, it was super fast. And I think we should congrats to all the projects that was surviving through this hell of the year, because it was very unstable year. You know, all of that, what whole ecosystem went through, right? So congrats on surviving. Actually, congrats to all the project that survived through the year, because I think that, I don't know, probably 70%, 80% of the project uh, probably died, or maybe just got slow rug abounded or something like that, that you cannot consider just died, but there may be still active members, but probably the founders abandoned the project, or slow rugged or something like that. um it was easier for me to actually record a video, so don't mind me if I take a bit of time to express my thoughts over here. I'm very tired, to be honest, and busy with so many things that I didn't have time to write even on the community for days. And that's why I also didn't want to write announcement, but I wanted to record this. So hopefully you guys stay till the end. Since it's a birthday, uh, we didn't have the time to create any special party, any fancy things like that. Really, we didn't have the time for that. But I gonna reward you guys with a raffle that I gonna announce in the whole announcement text. And yeah, probably it's gonna be 20 soul raffle spread over the multiple winners out there. So hopefully this gives something back for this birthday. Hmm, what else? Yeah, well, if I when I think, I found recently some old screenshot of the Moonly, and when I think about this, hello, when I think about this, where were the Moonly year ago, even more than that, year and a half ago when we started the first time, you know, it make you appreciate, it make me actually appreciate uh, where are we right now and what we built. Even even the floor price doesn't match uh, to the effort that we put it in. But sometimes, you ask yourself, like, what the heck are you doing? How much effort and energy and the resources are put it in the project, and so on. And then you turn back and see where you were, like, year and something ago. So there's a lot of things that was peeled, a lot of things you didn't even see, because most of those work are happening under the hood, where you don't even see something visually going on. But this is a lot of the development work, is a lot of trials and errors, and constant improvements, and even the fixing the old stuff. So sometimes, even there is no concrete progress, there's a lot of work happening uh, under the hood. What I can recall from just looking at the website right now, from what we build out there, um, I know that we had a very pretty basic website when we were starting off, but we definitely included some additional statistics over here that we didn't had when we were starting out. Um, Things like creating alerts, or even auto alerts, reminders, things like that. That is what we kind of built over the period of 1 year. Then I'm not sure if we had the alphas back before the mint or not. To be honest, can't recall that. Um, we had we didn't had these upcoming pages for different blockchains. Unfortunately, some of those blockchains are nearly dead, so you cannot find. But I know that a team like 3 or 4 people are actively working every day finding a new upcoming projects for Solana, Ethereum, Polygon. That's for sure. We didn't definitely had um, statistics, market stats for the Polygon and Ethereum projects out there. So we added uh, this year, basically. I didn't even do any big announcement of that, because we were constantly working on multiple things and delivering um, other things out there. So soon as we kind of finished this one, we had another thing to announce. At that moment, I think it was a staking as a service. So, but yeah, we kind of wanted to do the cross chain statistics. So this was kind of first step into that. We didn't stop there, definitely, and we're not gonna stop there. We kind of providing these analytics for different blockchain, but we want to provide also the tools like staking and the holder verification bot through the cross chain, which gonna broad the the usage of the Moonly. What else did we build? Yeah, we built this um, watch list page where you can add some project into your favorite list or watch list. We added the holding page to have a table of what you hold there. Those kind of small tiny tools, not that something like groundbreaking changes out there, but all of these things adds up. Even these top floor movers, bottom floor movers, sales of the day. I know we didn't had this stuff, and all of these things were constantly improving and adding up. Even tons of things on the monitor table that just not worth mentioning right now. But we added the live feed out there. I know that we put a lot of efforts and resources into live feed. There is some improvement that we need to do on the live feed. Some kind of wrong calculation over there about the volume. I'm aware of that, but since we were kind of occupied with so many other things, uh, right now we put it aside. But definitely we're gonna come back and improve those numbers, because it's totally wrong right now. Over here, I'm talking just about this volume, But I know that we put a lot of efforts into Lifeit because we needed to figure it out, to run how to run RPC and to buy the servers, and we had so many things to deal with that we didn't deal before. Um, but we made it basically, and there is still things that I'm excited that we're gonna um, work on regarding the live feed and how we're going to use live feed in other features, which I'm going to talk about. I remember definitely when we needed to do wallet connecting because the at that moment you couldn't connect the wallet, so that was one of the first big steps that we did because we didn't have experience with that. We didn't work with wallets and stuff. So, just after the mint, everyone was when, and we were under big pressure to do that. And especially another one also important thing, we expanded the team. So right now, Mooney have more than 15 team members working out there every day, every single day. So uh, 6 or 7 developers, three 3 to 4 virtual assistants, writer, um, multiple actually content writers helping us out there. But we have a full-time writer out there working on a blog. Me including who else? Designer, and we have community members like Kai, Corsica, Sexy, Shafi also helping, and other guys out there. And probably I forgot some more guys out there, but it's a pretty solid team. So that was also one big milestone just after me that we needed to kind of expand the team, and since when you mint out, everyone is in that kind of hype, pre-mint hype, when, and at that moment we were kind of burned out because we were building only 6 months prior the mint, and then just after the mint, because we literally was burning out there for the mint, building them only plus building community and preparing everything for me, just double triple burn out there. I remember those days. Literally, I think thought I gonna die, to be honest. So, and then you need to kind of expand the team and do all this stuff in the rush and plan the project and do the community stuff. Yeah, it was a hell of a ride, man, when I think about this, and I cannot believe how fast this that year flew away. Like, wow. I just remember that day. It was a kind of stressful but really great day. I gonna remember for whole life that day when we were meeting out there, when we crashed the Magic Eden. We literally crashed the Magic Eden out there uh, on the mean day. What else we built? We built staking as a service. So we have this staking tool. Um, the version one. Let me just change the wallet over here pretty fast. So we have this uh, staking version one tool. Uh, I'm pretty happy to what we actually delivered. That this was kind of out of the roadmap, out of the scope. But since we kind of built this for us, we decided, okay, let's build this for everyone so everyone can use. So we are still not utilizing our staking as a service, that we go hard promotion and reaching out there the project, because we need to wrap this into the package with other tools. But this is something we're gonna do in the very near future. uh, and with the staking as a service, we also kind of got a not kind, but we actually built the exact plan for version 2, the staking, that's going to be way too powerful than this. And this is also what excites me for what is gonna come with the near future, because it's gonna be totally different from what we saw so far. And what is the best is gonna be very flexible for other for the projects and for communities, so they can use this on their own. What else? Holder verification bot, yeah. So we build a lot of things out there with the holder verification, and not just with the holder verification, but actually with the Discord bot. So we have a holder verification bot that we constantly improving. Even right now, uh, while I speak, we are working on the improved version of the holder verification bot that's gonna help onboard a new project, that not just that the one that are minted, but the one that kind of are still upcoming. So we're gonna help them by utilizing some very by building some very um, small tool that will help them uh, with their user experience, with the setting up the bot out there. So I'm not gonna put too much details in this because the video will be too long. Sales bot, we built our sales bot. Yeah, this is one big thing that we kind of missed out, to be honest, guys. We built we started building just after the meet, when we expanded the team with the new devs, and so we started building whitelist management platform before the Saber and other tools, which I'm not even aware what existed right now, were built. um, and we were kind of building this secretly. That was one of the secret tools that were kind of I was mashing last year in the summer. We are building something secretly, and at one moment we stopped this because we needed the manpower to for the live feed. So we moved the dev who was working on whitelist management. We built we were using out there that guy for the live feed, so we can actually speed up the live feed and deliver it out there. And then from there, we just work out in the loop this and that, is and that. And we basically put the whitelist manager aside. Unfortunately, that will be super big if we did at that moment. And I'm totally aware, and I'm very honest. We had a big opportunity out there that we missed with this whitelist manager, because we were spread out on the multiple tools at the same time. This will be basically be a Saber right now, or whatever the tools are there, use it right now, because just right after the mint and during the mint period, there was no tool like that. And since I did a lot of manual stuff for a minting, a lot of collaboration, over 500 collaboration, I remember this was something that need and something that doesn't exist. So this is something, unfortunately, that we didn't release, even it was 85% done or maybe even more. We just put it out there, and it was um, sitting on the server for a long, long time. Yeah. So but we focused on the whole verification part that I saw that we're gonna need, because we were dealing with the wallet checker and all this stuff, and I saw, okay, we can build this because we have the technology out there. We built a lot of stuff, live feed. We were working on portfolio tracker. We had the wallet checker. We started working on a Discord bot for whitelist management before. So we had a lot of things, a lot of parts out there ready. So that's why we decided, okay, let's start doing now the holder verification bot, and start putting our own tool out there and compete with Magica. Um, so yeah, what else we're working on? I mean, probably the lot of stuff that I didn't mention. The things that we did under the hood, once again, that's not possible to measure all this stuff, the the weeks and months that we were figuring out a lot of things out there. But we build a lot of tooling, uh, dev tools that help us for our own stuff. So a lot of time are spent there. what we are working right now, we are working on the sniper. So yeah, we spent a lot of time on the portfolio tracker that is not fully even yet released. So that we spent a lot of time actually out there to download the historical data of the Solana, to figure out how this worked, to have this live feed connected into this stuff. We have this in the place like a very basic stuff, but don't keep me forward. This is not a final thing. We have some basic stuff out there, and a lot of prepared actually in the background. So what you see out there is a pretty basic that you can go with for any profile. I mean, we didn't even implement this into UI that you can search a wallet or stuff like that, but you can basically put the wallet over here. Instead of Kinder, you can put some else wallet out there and it should give you the information. You can go to the transaction tab and see what's in there, what actually guy was transacting on. This is not done yet. I mean, we did a lot of things in the background, but this is not fully delivered feature. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're gonna come back to this until um, when we actually finish ongoing work, because some things was popped out in on the fly, so we needed to take it out and work on that. So but I gonna be very happy when we finalize this feature, because it took us so much uh, time. Actually, this feature is that big Solana database is not something that is going to be used only for portfolio tracker. It's going to be used in many other parts of the app. It's already being used in the staking, in the whole verification bot, and the other things that we plan to build. This video is probably already too long, but it's a summarize of the in 1 year, so you cannot get way too short. So apologize for that. um, so this is, yeah, the portfolio tracker, the sniping bot. Exactly, the sniping bot is also depending on that big database and the live feed. So we have a sniping bot working version, but it's not something that I can release into the public right now. Why? Because I didn't work directly. I was in the sniping bot. When I say didn't work directly, I mean I was not very involved. We had a team member that task was given to, and we basically show him, okay, we want to have something like this. So we basically show him the sniper bot that already exists out there, and he kind of replicated with the same UI, which I don't want to do. That I don't want to, be the copy of some else tool out there. So basically this is something we're gonna release after we finish with ongoing work and until we polish out there, because the sniping bot is not kidding. Basically, it's working with other people's money, so we need to be sure that things work. I know a lot of people waiting for this, but it is what it is. We just cannot release so many things at the same time, especially the sniper bot, because it's a very kind of sensitive thing. um, what else? For last month or so, we are working on the raffle, very customized raffle thing. Let me see if I have it over here somewhere. This is Moonly stuff. Twitter Space. Oh yeah, so we're working on this Twitter Space giveaway app and some other things regarding the Twitter. We're working this in the background, kind of secretly. It's not secret anymore because I mentioned multiple times on the Twitter Spaces. But yeah, this is what also we're working currently. But over here, we have this raffle that the backend and the smart contract is mostly done. We just need to integrate this into the UI and test. But since something else is coming and happening right now, we needed to put at the side for a week. Um, as you can see, all the whole team is very busy. Actually, what I could do, I could use and show you these guys. So this is the Moonly ecosystem uh, that is a plan to build, and over here you can see a lot of stuff, or from here we already build, but a lot of stuff is also there to be built. But we have the Moonly as a base, let's say, and we have as a website, and then we have a bunch of tools, let's say reminders, alerts, auto alerts, monitor tools, and all this stuff. Let's say this is the Moonly tools. Over here we have a live feed, and live feed is connected directly with the big Solana database that it took us a long time to figure this out and to scale this stuff. So basically, this live feed is feeding inside out there. Then we have this portfolio tracker that is depending on the big Solana database and also the live feed. So this is still in the progress, as I showed you. We have the basic version released, but we have done a lot of things in the background that is just need to be reused properly. So uh, we're gonna announce properly when the portfolio tracker is fully ready. On the other side, we have NFT staking and locking. So we already have V1 released, right? The token creation and the staking creation for the founders. So we have this stuff. At the same time, the portfolio tracker and the user social profile will be merged, like currently you see there, but it's gonna be just on the next level, when where how we're gonna display the information and what type of the statistics we're gonna display there. So basically, it's there pretty much ready, but the portfolio tracker just missing some kind of tiny things that need to work to be reliable, if I can say properly. On this side, we have a Discord bot or Discord tools, and as you can see, we started doing this whitelist management that was unfortunately stopped out last year. But I'm planning to finish this as soon when we finish the ongoing work. We're gonna have our whitelist management platform as well, because why not? We're gonna have a huge package of tools out there. So whitelist management will be one of them if the project want to use. But we have sales bot, holder verification, daily market update stats. We kind of have this tiny part of this experiment, but that's something that need to be improved. Basically, we have the everything in the place. We have statistics on Mooney website. We just need to display this through the Discord bot interface, which is gonna be pretty much there completely. We have this thing announcement catcher that I didn't even mention this, but we're working this kind of in the background. Basically, it's gonna help a project to automatically pick the announcement from their server and display on the collection page on the Moonly website homepage to give more exposure to those guys out there. Wallet submission tool, something like Blocksmith Labs, that's the whole thing. But basically, we already have this in the place through the when you connect the wallet, when you connect the Discord. So this stuff is out there. We we did a pretty good work with SEO, search engine optimization, and building authority out there, so we can rank higher. Because the Moonly have um, even with the kind of bear market still going on, we have a pretty solid traffic around 25 to 30,000 visitors per month. But we have a huge upgrade going on the whole website. So the whole website will be revamped. That will improve the whole user experience and search engine optimization out there. And as you probably saw somewhere over here, that I rebuilt this new UI. This is the sketch version, and this is the kind of high fidelity version. It's not fully done, but the most of the elements out there. There is much more out there that I want from the Moonly, but step by step. But I'm also really excited about this part because the whole Moonly will be upgraded to the next level, to the newest technology. I mean, the same technology we use, but to the newest version, because we have some version, older version out there. And since we were building only last year very rapidly with a lot of feature that was not planned, um, it's gonna be a huge upgrade for the user experience and for a search engine optimization. So I'm excited about this because it's gonna bring a lot of opportunity. Excuse me, it's gonna bring a lot of opportunity for for more traffic inside the search engine. So I'm excited about this. Really excited about this. What else? So authority, Ethereum project. So basically, we added Ethereum project statistics out there, and we have, as I said, a Polygon and Ethereum, and we can add a couple more uh, chains out there. It's basically the Ethereum chains, but it's L2 chains like Polygon. I cannot recall right now. It's not priority right now, but we can do that. Um, And yes, right now, as I mentioned again, we're working on the raffle or lottery system. It will be very flexible. It will be flexible that it can be used for as a project for the project who use our staking system, and for a project who don't use our staking system. They're completely independent from the staking stuff. We also did experiments on royalty detection tools. We put it aside because we needed to finish some other priorities out there, and since the new enforced royalties things are now kind of for a new, let's say, collection are kind of by default out there, this not gonna be very mandatory, but still for the collection that didn't upgrade, like Moonly and many many others, this tool will still be handy out there. And who knows, maybe the war on royalties is still not done, because the Magic Hidden, you don't know those guys what they're gonna come up. uh, so yeah, something for a far future is a launchpad and the NFT generation tool. So since we're gonna have a lot of things in the place out there, it's gonna be natural also to offer the launchpad. And not just that, but because we are very um, technology oriented and design oriented, we could basically offer the full service to the new projects, and we can onboard a new project into the whole system, but basically offering them everything. So you want to launch a project on the Solana, okay, we can advise you. We can actually not just advise you, we can give you the tools, we can give you technology and advise you how to do that. So basically, starting from the art, starting from a website, growth, or marketing and consulting, and then giving them a launch pad, and then then also the energy generation tool. This is something planned for the future. Of course, we cannot do it right now, but energy generation tool, basically a no code tool where everyone can generate um, their collection from the layers, from the graphics, because we already using existing tools. It's pretty okay, but it's definitely missing a lot of things out there, and that's why we decided we want to build this in some future, not now, but in the future. So basically, we're gonna offer the one big, big package of everything that is needed for to launch, and to in after that to have a proper project or community running on the Solana. And as you saw, we started expanding to other blockchains. Ethereum, we started with the market stats and upcoming projects for those chains, but later on to provide those tools for these chains as well. But right now, focusing on Solana, because Solana is, for me personally, the best chain out there for those stuff. Um, so imagine that we have finalizing these tools and wrapping out all of this stuff out there. We will be able to basically build and onboard a new project pretty easily and convert them into our customers. In order to be our customers, hold our NFT in the value of that much, whatever it's gonna cost, thousand or 2,000, $3,000, the whole package, whatever, and basically create demand for our tools, for our actually NFTs, and reward the holders by increasing the floor price, reward the holders and the community, have a community wallet where we can, as a community, decide what we're going to do with the funds, and so on and so on. I mean, as you can see, we went pretty wide. We didn't focus on only one small thing, or a small tool, um, because this space is a pretty rapidly moving. I'll be very honest. Like, this is like Web 2 on steroids. Like, every project is raising the funds, and they either get their own idea similar like you, or they just see, okay, we saw this guy doing, we're gonna do it as well, and we're gonna even do something else. And everyone actually can do build the stuff that kind of are already exist out there, because there's the resources, through the raising the capital through the NFTs, and it's pretty much, startups on steroids. So it's a very big competition out there, to be honest. So we went pretty wide and pretty for long term, and this was an initial goal when we started Moonly. My vision is raise a capital, for to have a runway for 3 to 4 to 5 years at least, so we do not need to worry about the resources or funds, so we can actually focus on building, on growth and stuff like that. But unfortunately, things didn't go as we expected, and there is a things that you cannot control, and you are aware of that. The things like happened, Luna crash. Remember, before we meet, we had a Luna crash. So the Solana price at that moment was 140, and we know our numbers. We wanted to raise 800k to 1M, so we can have runaway for 3, 4, 5 years at least, so we can build. But since the Luna crash happened, kind of not just, but very close to our mint, we didn't want to change the mint price. Either we can, because at the moment we were aiming for 1.8 Sol mint price. At that moment, the Solana was over $100, like 140 or something like that. And then, just about our mint, the Solana was 45 or something like that. So it was basically around 3 times less. We basically raised it around 3 times less funds than we expected. So that totally changed, uh, our plan out there. Even that happened, we didn't want to change the mint price out there, so we do not affect the potential minters and the holders out there. So we stayed with the same price, we stayed with the same supply. Even we could mint out 10k pretty easily. If the one who was minting out there is probably remember that we crashed the Magic Eden, that was the demand was a super big, that we also had this whitelist over allocated out there. So a lot of people was not happy because they were not be able to mint. But that was what happened out there. We needed to kind of secure uh, the mint. So yeah, and then after that, I don't know, November, when the FTX happened, we had such a big crash that was impact tons and tons of projects. That a lot of projects basically went bankrupt, died, because of that. And I'll be honest, we lost a ton of money with the FTX crash as well. We basically lost a portion of money that was stayed on the FTX, because just right after the mint, we were kind of, because we were meeting through the Magic Eden platform, and since we were kind of forced from the Magic Eden to doxed to the one. Even we were doxed before, but we were forced to dox to one of the exchanges, and one of those were FTX. So we basically uh, they were sending you the meeting funds on the FTX, and luckily we moved most of our funds from the FTX to the cold wallet to the ledger, but some of the funds was left out there because we used FTX because it was much easier to transfer money to the team, to the developers every month, just through the FTX. So when that shit happened, we basically lost a portion of our money was left out there on the FTX. Uh, but not just that, we were kind of forced to sell. I think it was 4 or 5K sold at that moment that we were saving for, I don't know, 6 or 7 months. We didn't sell those meeting funds and royalties that were generated through the sales. We were kind of forced at that moment to sell it a pretty cheap price, unfortunately, because I remember that night, like it was, is Solana gonna go to, $2 or $3, and we're gonna end up with bunch of some coins, call it Solana, that's worth nothing. So at that moment, I made decision, let's sell this. Better have run away for next 7 8 months than having run away for nothing, basically. So even that what happened in November, guys. We didn't give up. We were pushing even harder that moment. I remember that was basically, and that was kind of my mentality. Uh, outside of the, outside of the this technology, NFT, internet, whatever. I'm talking about my mentality in the life. When things go harder, I go even harder. So that's what happened also with Tamuni at that moment. Uh, it was a big hit, very big hit. Basically, changed a lot of plans out there. So we needed to start worrying about the runaway, the resources, the team. We wanted to expand the team even more, to hire more guys to help us with some stuff out there. But now at that moment, we just needed to basically be careful even more with the funds and resources that we have. So yeah, but just after that, a lot of stuff was happening with the whole ecosystem. I think whoever was there and deeply involved into NFTs or crypto remember those days. Even around the new year, it was a very pretty bad moment out there. And at that moment, we were kind of expanded the team. So I said we go all in. Luckily, I'm gonna talk about this in next week, but luckily Moonly had a backup, and that backup is the father of the Moonly, which was a project called the Automatio. So that is why I asked you guys, do you know who is the father of the Moonly? Because the Moonly was created from the Automatio, from the founds Automatio. I mean, before even the mint, we were kind of investing our own funds from the Automatio that was generated by the Automatio project, and we were building Moonly also using Automatio as a tool, because Automatio is a no-code web automation tool, web scraper that create can you can create the bots and collect the data, and that's how actually the Moonly started. But not just that, but during the whole this year and a half while the Moonly was running, and burning the funds from the NFT raise that we raised it through the NFT collection, the Automatio was constantly, even it was put it completely at the side at that moment, for this period, for 1.5 years or so. It was generating money. It was generating a couple $1,000 per month on autopill, basically passive earning. And through this period, it basically generated over $50,000. That was really important to the Moonly project. I'll be very honest. Really important. Basically, it's covered us and still covering every month with this passive earning. So I'm gonna talk about all of these details about the Automatio and what comes up next, because we have some very exciting things to share with you, and I'm really excited about this. And I'm gonna explain you how all these things are gonna play with Moonly, um, how all these things gonna be connected, and what is kind of our potential and the future out there. So I'm gonna keep this for the next announcement, for the next video. I know this is probably over 20 minutes long, but I don't care. I needed to share this information. Whoever want to listen is gonna listen out there. So yeah, what else? Let me think. Let me pause so I don't actually waste the time. Wow, 45 minutes recording. Oh my god. Who will watch this? Yeah, it's already pretty long video. I thought it was 20 minutes, but time flew literally to 45 minutes. Um, One very important thing that I want to mention, hopefully someone is listening this because it's a pretty long video. Uh, when I say we, I mean on the Moonly project, but we had a very good potential out there with the Moonly. We had the really good initial hype. We had the product built upfront, really good brand called Moonly. It's impossible to find one word domain right now these days. Even the two words domains, or even the three words, good three words domains, are basically taken. But especially the one like moon.li, we had everything in the place, everything was perfect. We raised it, way to way uh, less than we expected, probably around 2.5 times, something like that. um, but other than that, everything was there. We had a really good product, a really good hype. People were excited. The one thing out there was, uh, this is the first time we did NFT project, so we didn't know a lot of things about how the things goes out there, what is important, and so on. So this is the one thing, and we were kind of, especially me, was burned out, since I'm kind of the brain of most of the operation over here. We have a we have the writer, we have a designer. I mean, designer for some stuff, but I'm designing the UI UX. We have a virtual assistants. We have a lot of developers out there, uh, community moderators, and social community guys. It need again to go, everything is proxied through the me at the end, because I need to make decision, all this stuff. And even at that moment I was pretty burned out. And I remember those days. We had a very good momentum. If we did something differently at that momentum, we will be able to keep up with the floor price and stuff. So once you go deep, when you go down, it's not easy to recover. So Munich is a lot of have a lot of potential. Even we had the Twitter Spaces with a lot of other projects out there that are, Go Ski Down and the other projects out there. They were all asking the same question, like, guys, you build all of this stuff, all of these tools, you have a traffic on the website and so on. What's wrong with the floor price? So basically, the small percentage out there, we do not have a kind of volume out there. So kind of our volume is very little, but and some of the kind of some percentage of the, let's say, NFTs are kind of listed low. We could fix that, basically, swiping, investing, I don't know, 100 Sol or something, and swipe out all of these low listed floor price NFTs out there, so we can increase the floor price. Didn't want to go that route, even we could do that. um, so this is kind of one of the reason we went down. We didn't keep the momentum out there, and once we kind of, and because we were fully focused on the technology side, building the team, so the kind of community and the growth was a bit of the side. at that moment. I remember I couldn't find the person who I can trust to give a Twitter out there so they can work, because I was burning out with other stuff, so I couldn't do anything by myself, and so on. Of course, we managed to do this last year, but stuff like that, basically, it took some time actually to figure it out and to find people you can trust that you can work and so on. Um, but I believe that, with all of these things that I showed you over there, I believe that we can recover, and when we start recovering, it's gonna be pretty rapidly, because it's gonna be kind of snowball effect that we're gonna achieve when we package all of this, because this is our goal right now. We need to finalize. Some of the tools are already there, but we need to package this properly so it can be a very smooth onboarding for the user, for the projects, when they come and see, what I need here, how I'm gonna get value. We're gonna provide some pricing. Don't mind, this is just a dummy stuff over there, but it's gonna be like this. So we can provide these packages like this, so people can say, "Aha, okay, I need this. I'm the founder. I need this package," and boom, to streamline this user experience out there, so they can understand the value they get. And once we onboard some solid project, it's gonna create kind of domino or snowball effect that will goes on and goes on and goes on, where we're going to get more exposure to other communities, to other members, more exposure, and the floor price will definitely go up and go up, especially when we get rid of this tiny floor, if I can say, where, with probably 100 or something soul, we can get out of this deep and go forward. As you can see, even today, we had a talk. I had a chat with one potential project founder. They want to use our holder verification bot, and that's it. He basically swept around 10 moonlies out there. So this is our goal, basically. Beside the Moonly, I want to announce this next week. What is the some big things out there happening? Also, while I speak, the team is working on something new that only Kai and Little Feather right now knows about this. So we can. It's gonna be pretty unique. Some protesting. Uh, so we could reuse this as a service later on. It's going to be, I mean, a lot of stuff. The only thing I want is actually to work on this, to build, and do not worry about the resources. um, and since the Moonly doesn't provide any kind of return, it's basically just burning the money. We need to figure out this stuff. So I'm gonna announce some big stuff next week. Talk to you. It's probably already 1 hour video call, almost 1 hour. I'm gonna announce the raffle. That's gonna be a birthday raffle, around 20 soul prizes and so on. So yeah, guys, thanks again for staying for so long with the Moonly project, believing in the Moonly, believing in me. I appreciate that a lot. When I hear words like some of you guys was wrote uh, last week, that this project deserve more, that people still believe in the Moonly, believe in me, supporting those kind of. This is the best support, to be honest. Like, this is the best thing what you can do. Of course, you can talk about the Moonly project. You can, share with your. But if you really, really think about that, and that if you believe really in the Moonly, and not just, automatically, but if you really believe, like, there's a lot of people over here that supporting a lot money with different in different ways. So in case that you are the one of those, you can always bring more people to the project, talk, share about our stuff, share about our tools, reach out some potential project and founders. for the art tools taking code verification and so on. Yeah, I got basically sweater because I was talking for 1 hour. It was a monologue, but I'm not sure if someone will listen this till the end. But whoever listened this, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Cheers, guys. Peace out.